Good evening, people. You're very welcome back to episode 13 of Chats with BTD. And we're in the new tracksuits. I'm delighted to be joined by the legend himself, Ian O'Brien. Welcome.
Thanks for having me, bro.
It's good to be here. We're sweating after being on the pitch all day. So look, I have a few quick fires right. We get straight into one or the other. Get it cracking, yeah. Homefarm or Kevin's?
That's an easy one, Homefarm.
Yeah, all day. IT Carlow or DIT?
IT Carlow loyal, surely.
Yes. Reppin'. Tea or coffee?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like a little thing. I like going out to bed, but... Oh,
you're a man of comfort, aren't you?
Old school, of course.
Old school.
We'll go with tea, come on.
Yeah. Degree or trade?
Oh, degree.
Degree.
Yeah.
Run all day or the ball doesn't sweat?
The ball doesn't sweat. I'm winning that run.
Champions League or World Cup, so we'll go, what one would you prefer to watch, and then what do you think is better overall, I suppose?
World Cup all day.
Yeah.
During the summer, I know it changed a bit there for the world, doing stupid things, but World Cup all day.
Yeah.
Summer, beer garden.
Oh, I love it. Klopp or Pep, and I want a good answer here for your reason why you picked that manager.
Pep all day long.
Yeah.
Change the game. Change football as a whole. From amateur level to right to the top. Klopp, I see why people would question me.
Tomorrow's, I think it's like nearly Klopp's personality, like in a way. Yeah. Like.
But that's when the debate comes into Fergie and Pep as well.
Yeah.
Fergie's not going to be a tactical genius, but he had the other side of it, man management, over 100%. The years, you know, but Pep.
Lovely. I'll take that. Nando's are Five Guys?
Five Guys.
Nando's. Yeah? Nando's. Not a fan of Nando's?
Alright.
You know.
€25 for the chicken wing. Stop. Just stop.
Love it. Possession or all out attack?
Yeah. Possession.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, it only comes into both, doesn't it? But yeah. I'd rather keep the ball.
But like, it's nearly like Klopp and Pep, the previous question.
Yeah, it's
kind of
similar, yeah.
Pep's, keep the ball, and Klopp is hit them on the counter, all depending on who they're playing against, but that's why I've asked that question.
Well, if you have the ball, they don't.
Yeah.
You can score, they can't.
Yeah, true. Right, last one. Would you rather play a morning game or a nighttime game?
Morning.
Yeah? Not under the lights, man, no?
No. Well, playing wise, yeah.
Okay. But not coaching? No.
Up and at it straight away. Yeah. Nighttime games a bit. Lads
waiting around all day and all?
Work, lacklustre, rather up and at it Saturday morning. Stop your listening.
Nice. On the topic of that as well, we'll congratulate Eno. He's coaching Patsy Wood. They got promoted last night.
Thank you.
So we'll put that out there for all the listeners and the viewers.
Shout out.
Yeah, love it. First job as well, promoted. Fair play to you. Right, Eno, I obviously know you a fair while now, but for the listeners and viewers, especially I suppose the parents and the players that we coach on the weekly, give a little background about yourself and where you started out playing football, I suppose.
Yeah, no problem. Well, especially born into football, I suppose. You obviously know me dad, I'm sure most people don't. Some of my dad was Ringsend O'Brien, played for balls for years in the 80s, the 90s, so I was kind of born into playing football, and people were saying, you're going to be better than your dad, all that sort of carry on, so I only had one option, was to play football, but growing up I all just played local really, with the local team, Cambridge Boys. It was just me and my mates basically playing with the same team, had a few lads helping out, volunteers basically, and went from there. I had people in my ear telling me, go here, go there, but just enjoyed playing with my mates. I loved it, like, don't get me wrong, the standard of coaching and like understanding the game wasn't up there, but then I kind of got to ages 15, 16 when I was kind of saying, right, I need to chance my arm a bit, like, you know what I mean? And then obviously I went on the Homefarm at 16s after being with Cambridge from literally under sixes, I suppose. That's obviously when we met, and most enjoyable underage was there at Homefarm,
yeah. It was really quality, wasn't it?
It was great. Honestly, it was great. The standard, like, it was just opened my eyes completely. Like, I went from that little small world of Ringsend and Cambridge to whoa, what's going on here? You know, that kind of way. But
see, we were blessed with the coaching staff that we had there as well. Like,
they were good, yeah.
Like that was the first year that I kind of felt like, right, these are proper coaches here. Like, and I don't know what way they were. I know Roachy is, I'm nearly sure he's out in shells at the moment, but I just felt like that you'd do anything for him, like you'd run through anyone, like he was real. Whereas coaches that I had before, you might have been a little bit on the fence, whereas I felt they were just...
Yeah, they were very
and
good.
And they got on great with us as well, do you know what I mean?
Good. I think that was that key, like they were like our mates essentially. I know Anto kind of had that bit of manager stars kind of, but Roachy was that link between, and it just worked so well. I think we kind of underachieved really though, didn't we?
Oh yeah, big time. Oh, semi-finals the All-Ireland, was it?
Semi-finals, yeah, geez. I've never been so upset after the football game.
Stop, will you? Stop. No, that's good stuff. So, what's one thing about you that people don't know or would not expect?
Well, like, anytime I do say this to someone, they're like, Jesus, no way.
Yeah.
So, I'm type 1 diabetic.
Right.
Got it when I was 11 years of age. Like, when I first got it, I kind of kept it a secret and I was shying away. I wasn't like, say to me, man, I'll go to the toilet or I'll do this. Yeah, I don't really mind. Like, I'm big and bold enough to just get on with it. But everyone always says, oh, no way, I didn't know you were type 1 diabetic. So that's probably the most thing that people would say, geez, I didn't know.
And is there many challenges that come with that, or is it just the whole thing of people not, what would you say, like not wanting people to see you doing it because you have to...
Inject yourself,
you have to inject yourself and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's just, when I first got it, I was 11, so I was in 5th year.
Right, yeah.
5th class, sorry.
5th class, yeah.
And I thought it was the end of the world. I was like, I knew there was something wrong, I knew I had it, but I was like, I'm not going to the doctors, no way, I was kicking up a fuss. And I was like, listen, there's something wrong, you have to go get checked out. So we went and got checked out. Thought it was the end of the world, honestly. And for the first while, I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to play football, I'm not going to do this. Anyone that has it or got it or is going to find out that they're getting it, it's grand. Just relax, get on with your life. It's you're well capable of living and doing everything you can. It's more in your head. Like, it's not, nothing's gonna hold you back, so you just have to get on with it, basically, you know what I mean? But challenges was like that, especially getting at that age. I was in primary, it's, you know, people are, what are you doing over there? Like, oh, it's grand, nothing. You know what I mean? Like, sort of that stuff, but once you get over that stuff, it's just grand. You know what I mean? Yeah,
no, definitely. No, because I remember when you told me, like, you were working with us for, Jesus, there could have been easily, 8 weeks, and then you mentioned it to me, I was like, Jesus, no way, I didn't even know that, or whatever. But that's crazy. We will speak about how we met and stuff like that.
No bother.
Obviously, it was the first year at Homefarm.
Yeah.
How did you, obviously, I know you spoke briefly there on your time there about coaches and managers and stuff like that, and it was the best year of your life. Like, how, like, what was it, just the coaching that opened your eyes, or how did you find kind of, I suppose, that step from Cambridge to Homefarm kind of like nearly as a whole then, like, in terms of like, was it a new world completely?
Yeah, completely.
Right.
Just in the main one for me probably was the standard of your actual teammates.
Right.
So I would have went from being Cambridge, so local team. Like, don't get me wrong, we played like A, major, whatever it was. Like, we were never up at that Premier level, you know what I mean? But I would have been one of the better players, say, in the higher group. So I was always expecting from someone else, saying like, that's not good enough for, yourself. But then when we went to Homefarm, I was kind of like, whoa, I need to actually step up here because these are all expecting from me now. You know what I mean? So that little sudden change of, actually, I need to look at my own game. I'm actually off of here. You know what I mean? So it took me a while to adjust actually in Homefarm. They played me up front, they played me in the 10. Then I finally found my feet and played in the 6 then with Plunkett.
That was perfect.
You mentioned on your podcast that time with Plunkett, like, but it took me so long just to adjust, man. The training, we used to go down like dribbling, shooting, match.
Yeah.
Then you're going down doing like possession grids, and you actually have to think. It's not just
transitions and whatever else styles of play.
Open their mind up completely, man. But it was really enjoyable, honestly. I don't want to underestimate how good it was. Like, it was really. I wish I had went. That's one thing I wish I should have went earlier, like 12, 13s, whatever it was. But
do you think that would have helped you more? Like, do you think you would have probably went on to greater heights, or do you just think that you wished you went sooner because you probably wasted maybe some years and you didn't probably enjoy it or play to the level that you probably could have in your earlier years? Is that what you mean, like?
Yeah, I would agree, bro. Yeah, I just feel my understanding of the game, I was all about just like talent and just play off the cuff.
Yeah.
And then we went into, like, we were jumping into sessions for people doing their coaching badges, and it was shift here to play there and transition to attack, centrally attacking to go wide. And then it just opened my mind completely. I said this to you a couple of weeks ago in terms of it actually helped and hindered me because I thought I knew more than I did.
Yeah.
Playing wise, and then I wouldn't run from me to you because I was like, oh no, I'll cover this space because he's going to play that pass where it's not a game of chess, can't walk like that. You know what I mean? But that kind of let me down as well.
No, because we got to a semi-final and I think we finished third that year, so that was under 17s. So both of us moved on to Pats then. How did you find that?
It was a drop down in terms of standards.
Yeah.
Club-wise and facilities, players, everything. It was an enjoyable year. We had some great games, opportunities, good teammates as well. We had a decent side, like, but yeah, I wasn't too keen on that year.
See, it was mad because Pats at that stage had no base. So they didn't, like, all their teams were training everywhere. Like, you were training in Oil and Bridge out on stage. That was a disaster, you know.
Bad memories driving by there, man.
What?
Bad memories driving by there.
Yeah, I know. Especially in the winter as well. Like, it was crazy.
Especially when I was about minus 15.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, that was crazy. So yeah, we spent a year there. So what happened yourself then after? Where did you go from there? Did you go to Bangor?
A few lads were trying to go to 19's League of Ireland. Never really worked. A few here and there, like, but we never really had the best underage that got me that name to go there. And obviously being with me, like, my dad's name, I was like, oh, that's lucky son, go there. You know what I mean? But never came about. And probably rightly so, to be honest. Like, I didn't justify being like asked to go to teams like that. So I basically
I would have been really like that as well though. Like, people like knocking, like sending emails and texts. Like, I know that's what you probably have to do, and like, I wouldn't knock anyone for doing it. But I would have never been that type of player. No. Do you know, like...
Someone asked me to go, but I wouldn't be going up as
knocking on managers' doors and all.
No.
You know, you're either kind of good enough or you're not. Like, if you're good enough, they come knocking to you.
I wasn't chasing it.
Yeah.
Basically went to Liffey Wanderers then.
Right.
Great man, John Young. I'm sure you know him, passed away a couple of months ago. But what a man, he gave me first opportunity, senior football. I was actually just up watching a game in Crumlin. He was like, what are you doing? I was like, might pack it in. He said, come down to Liffey. So went down as 18-year-old down to Liffey. So that was my first time senior football. Great bunch of lads, great club, proper club, like old school.
Old school, yeah.
Like, just, you know, go to the pub at the game, everyone sticks together on the pitch. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't tactically masterclass. We weren't playing teams out the park, but we all wanted to win by each other, and that. It's half the battle. Like, my team getting promoted, similar, like.
Yeah.
It's hard, the battle really is, but Liffey's then, I went Bangor then, and then spent 2 years at Bangor, I think, maybe 2. Then
that's a good club as well. There's a lot of club. Yeah, there's a lot of football people there.
Years as well.
Yeah, is that where the kind of link kind of came about?
Yeah, my dad, like Scotty, the manager, would have played for my dad when my dad was managing. Right. So there was always a link there, yeah. Then I obviously went to CY, then moved on to All County, yeah, that was my last time.
The county boys,
The county, shout out to the county boys.
They're only at them 2 doubles, isn't it? Back to back
doubles.
Yeah, Jesus, they're moving up, aren't they? They're doing a lot of good work there anyway. So, so talk to me a little bit about your kind of outside of football, so like school, and how we also kind of met again through college and IT Carlow. So obviously you would have went to, can't remember, what school did you go to?
Marion College.
Marion, that's the one. I was going to say something totally different there, so I'm glad I didn't say that. So you went from Marion to, and then you done the first course, exactly like what I done, then you went to IT Carlow. So talk to us a little about that journey then.
So I went to Marion, great skill.
Right.
Football and skill.
Great football and skill there, I heard that, yeah.
They liked to drive rugby a bit, but football was second best in around that until we came along. We went to seniors, we won Division 2, I think it was. The Dublins, then we got to the Leinster final, won that. So we got the skill to Division 1, and then just blossomed football was. But great skill, really was. Like, I would have been middle of the road student in terms of like
academically,
and I liked a little giggle and a little mess. So
I was probably the same.
Yeah,
I think I might have been a bit lower than the middle ground. I'm not gonna lie.
A little bit of your half alright. But some great teachers in there, man. I have to give a shout out to Robbie Crown, absolute legend of a man.
And see that?
True, yeah. Legend of a man. What a man. He's just had the students' heart at the forefront. Like, if academically wise or if you are struggling or stuff went wrong like that, he'd always look after you. Is that everything all right at home? Like, I'm not talking from personal level, I'm just talking about in terms of the skill, how we looked after people. It wasn't like you need to study and you need to do this. It was, he was treating people as a normal person. You know what I mean? It wasn't just like read that book, do that test, go home. You know what I mean? There was great people like that in the school.
They're the people that you remember.
Absolutely. Yeah. What a man. And then, went to the first down in Ringsend. I suppose, like I saw, mate, we don't bleed now over there, do we? Like, come out of school, you're like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, you think, like, oh, I want to be a footballer and all. Then, them days are gone, so you're saying, what am I actually going to do?
Yeah.
So, the best option was, well, listen, I'll be honest, I wouldn't have got the best leaving cert, like, so I would have got, like, high 200s or whatever. Found out that the first course, CAO points, whatever you do, you get distinctions, whatever it was, 400 points. I was like,
no brainer.
I'll improve as a footballer and I can get the CAO points and do something with that, you know what I mean? So that's the road led to there, so went with that then.
Yeah, it's a really good course though, isn't it? Like, I absolutely loved it. Like, I was the same, I done me leaving cert, same like you, probably wouldn't have done great at all, similar enough, like, but if I wanted to go on and do a course, elsewhere, my points wouldn't have been enough. So same again. I actually reached out to you, I think.
Yeah, you did actually.
Many years ago. Like, you're nearly talking 10 years ago now at this stage.
Probably. I'm 40 next year.
But like, I think it's like fantastic for I suppose people like us that are a bit kind of on the fence when they come out of school and they're kind of going, right, my mate's going here or my cousin's going there, in terms of...
A lot of pressure on you as well.
It's a lot of pressure. Do you know what I mean? So I thought it was just... Felt like I could relax, and it was like, you're going into a course where, everyone's really the same. Whereas if you go into, like, I don't know, to study accountancy, you could have someone that's playing mad into football. You could have another person who's mad, like, into rock music and all, like, and you can't click. Whereas I find when you're going all in, it's you just you're clicking straight away. So I loved it. So you obviously got the CAO points like myself, and then moved on to Carlow. So was that when they gave you the idea? Because I know when I was there, I don't know if it was Paul or Lou came in and presented to us. So that's where the idea came about. So when I heard it, was that similar for you? Or?
We actually went down and played a match against ID Carlow.
Okay.
And we got shown around, like, we got toured and all that, you know what I mean? And it was like, wow, this is like quality.
Unreal.
Quality. And the day we done that, I was like, I'm going there.
Really?
Going there, yeah. Honestly, and like, in terms of the work and like, listen, if you want to make the work hard, you can. You know what I mean? If you want to put the head down and do 70% hard work, you'll get you a distinction, you know what I mean? So I was like, listen, I'm just getting distinctions and I'm just going to Carlow. That's all I wanted to do, you know what I mean? It was the only path for me. And my dad and my mum were like, listen, we're happy whatever you want to do. I like that since the start, you know what I mean? Once we're happy, they're happy, you know what I mean? So I was like, I'm going there. Just opened my eyes completely in terms of like the high performance gym, the Astro, the canteen. It was like a different world, you know what I mean?
Even the lecture rooms and all, like, it's
just
crazy.
The environment to like just step up another level, like, couldn't say no really, you know what I mean?
And how did you find, you done the 4 years in the end, didn't you?
Done the 4 years in the end, yeah.
What was your experience then, like, as a whole? Obviously I know I was probably a part of some of it, but
first year was by far the best year.
Right.
Paul O'Reilly was there. Paul O'Reilly was the main man, and then Luke was second in command basically. It was literally like a full-time academy. It was like being a professional, honestly. In terms of the way we prepared for games, how we treated training, how much respect you had to have for the college work still. If you didn't deliver there, you weren't involved in football. Yeah. You worked hand in hand. In terms of the players we had, my God, that A team,
like the starting League of Ireland 11, wasn't it?
The starting.
Because I know I was a year after you, so I didn't arrive until the following year.
Yeah, you came in the second year then. Yeah, the A team in the first year, there was 3 players in the starting 11 that played in the senior league. The rest were League of Ireland. Me, Daniel McGuinness, and Jared O'Boyle. The rest were Wexford Youths, Bowers, Waterford. His team was honestly
joke. Andy Mulligan and all was
Andy
in that
Mulligan,
team,
Stephen Last, Eric Malloy, Dana Brothers, Johnny Bonner. Shout out to Johnny Bonner, best player I played with.
What a player!
Oh my God!
Outrageous
joke, absolute joke, man.
Unbelievable. Is he still playing? Actually, is he?
I'm not sure what he's doing, to be honest. No,
I don't know. I was saying, was he abroad somewhere like Canada, America? I don't know if he was coaching or something, and then he was playing up in. He was playing with Finn Harps a good few years ago, and Crusaders as well. So that's the last I've seen him.
Yeah, no, I haven't heard much.
But he was phenomenal, man.
Oh
my God.
Things you could do with a football.
Yeah, outrageous. So you're happy with your experience? You're glad that you went there, I suppose, in the end, were you?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Like, what I was trying to say there, following on from that, sorry, into the second year then, Paul O'Reilly got an opportunity in New Zealand or something, and he left. Then Luke stepped up, and Tom Elms came in. There's no criticism on the 2 lads. The standard dropped in terms of players coming in terms of football. That League of Ireland, the likes of the lads we just mentioned there, they all kind of left. They went to 3rd to 4th, so they weren't training with us. Then the new breed, the first years that came in, it wasn't too bad. Then the year after that, it just kind of slowly.
Thank God you didn't say that, because that was my year.
Yeah, no, you are all right, yeah. Just about.
Just about, yeah.
But, no, it was a great experience, great 4 years, flew by. Yeah. I commuted, as you know, bus up, bus back, like it was hard work, don't get me wrong, it really was. I like to find time where people would give out about, oh, you're on a bus, I'm like, I do all my work on the bus. I had a laptop, done all my work, so like, that hour and a half up, hour and a half back, that's 3 hours a day. I used it for my work, you know what I mean? So it was like, yeah,
because you can't do anything on the bus really. But
exactly. Earphones in, laptop out. How you doing?
To be fair, if it works, it works.
You know what I mean? So I actually didn't mind that too much. I wouldn't live down there, man.
No, definitely
no way. This me man's cooking too much.
Good stuff. Yeah, no, look, I loved it as well. The experience in IT Carlow. I was glad that I done it. But yeah, I obviously only done the 3 years. But I think when I obviously commute every day, so when I hit the 3 years, I was like, right, that's me done. But I
heard you saying on your, I think it was your podcast, I might be in Fogos one, was it?
Yeah.
In terms of like, did I make the most out of it? And I'll be honest, like, in terms of like that extra work that you need to do, I just didn't do it. You know what I mean?
Like as in playing wise, like physically?
Playing wise, yeah. Academically, I would say I made the most out of it. Don't get me wrong, there's times where you rush a thing, you forgot about it, or something like that might go wrong. But I'll always remember, I think it was in first year, wasn't it, when Paul was there? He said, there's players that come in here and they're not the best talented, but they know what they want and they'll work hard. Actually made a reference to Paul McShane.
Right.
And he was like, ability wise, he's not Ronaldo's or Messi's, but off the pitch, he's like, he'd take his top off, he's 32, 33, he'll have a bleeding A-pack. Because his dedication, his commitment off the pitch makes him go from there. And he says there's players that come in here and willy-nilly, and then 10 years down the road you'll be saying, why didn't I make use of that gym? Why didn't I go out to the pitch for that extra hour? Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? And at the time I was saying, yeah, right, what's he talking about? You know yourself. But now I'm looking back, I'm like,
shut up.
You know what I mean? The gym, like I hate the gym, but if you do that, like, you know, builds muscle, strength comes with the things that you lack.
Everything else.
You know what I mean? That like, just you don't make the most of it. You really don't. Anyone that's listening that is in Carlow or going to Carlow, do all the things that you don't want to do them. Make use
I
of it.
think as well, like hindsight is a great thing, but
Of course.
I always find like if I was a little bit older, I think I'm wiser and I would have done more.
Yeah, that's a
Do you know
fair
that type of
point.
way?
That is a fair
You
point,
know? But I always found, and I probably mentioned it on my own podcast as well, is when I'm doing anything, I have to be just all into one thing, or like see me, like, can I be good academically? Can I be good for the college team? Can I be good at coaching? Can I play good
You're not
for
gonna maintain them
me
all.
team in Dublin? I was like, right, the year that I done really well in the college football, I wasn't playing because I never trained for the Dublin team because I was training at night. So I was like, what do I want to do here? I was like, right, I'm happy when I'm in Carlow, go to Dublin, sitting on the bench. I was like, it's sort of win-win. Even now with this, it's like, people, why don't you play anymore? It's like, play, chance of injuries, not putting as enough hours in to be the difference as I should be.
It's hard to manage them all.
So that's why I just go, be the difference, that's me, good luck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Good luck.
Loyal.
BTD, loyal. So we will speak about that. You're in how long now? Start at Be the Difference.
Yeah, it's like 12 weeks now, is it?
12 weeks, 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months I'd say now, yeah.
Yeah, what an addition you've been. How have you found, I suppose, your experience? Like, what do you think about the environment, I suppose, from working environment, player environment, parent environment even?
Just opened my eyes in terms of me as a person to develop both professionally and just day-to-day things. So in terms of environment of work, obviously you said about CY there, my first job, it just made me see so many different avenues in terms of coaching. So dealing with, I know we done that little clip there a while ago, the little thing when we were on the pitch talking.
Oh yeah.
But back to that point, like, it just made me deal with 5-6 year olds that are okay, decent little players, to 14, 15 that want to go League of Ireland, they're just the underage. Then you have different personalities, like you said about parents asking to work on this, to work on that. One thing I found about coaching, you just have to adapt, man.
Yeah.
On your feet, adapt.
Yeah, adapt.
And when I first went down to CY, I was like, whoa, what's going on here? Dan McGuinness was just like, you need to adapt on your feet. It'll come with you, you know what I mean? And that's a big thing that's helped me working and be the difference. So full-time coaching my own team, just football non-stop. But the environment has helped me so much grow as a coach, because it's just like non-stop, everything's a new day every time, you know what I mean? And I know you said earlier when we had a little chat about the kids, like, and I have a little bond with the kids about crack. Like every day it's just like a new kid comes in that telling you about like something that happened in school, and you're like, oh, like sound, you know what I mean? But it just brightens your day. You could have had a bad day or something might happen to you on the way to work, and this kid just doesn't know how. He's just talking. He's a little young kid, just wants to play football. You know what I mean? So that's what's brilliant. That environment to work, to call that your job, it's just unbelievable. And I'll say it publicly, I'm very, very grateful for the opportunity you gave me. I really appreciate it.
Well deserved. As we mentioned earlier, we had a meeting earlier. Jesus, we're doing some, clocking up some hours today. I tell you. My God. Yeah, like, I just think that we've grown obviously since you came in. We're always getting better, but I find that we spoke about it earlier as well, is that I think how we do so well is because, you know, personality. I think, you know, we spoke even earlier in the quick fours about Pep and Klopp. Like, I'm not saying that Klopp isn't a good tactical manager, but I think he has done so well, and he's probably publicly so well known because of his personality. Yeah. Do you know that type of way? So I think that's massive. And look, I think it's something that we will continue to continue to do. But I always find that it's great, because, you know, we could be working 5 hours back to back and you're going, geez, I'm a bit dead on my feet here, a bit tired, and then all of a sudden that kid comes in, says something funny to you, or says something and makes your day, and then all of a sudden it's like, I said it before, it's only like taking a Red Bull. You're kind of going right bang,
buzz is flipped here,
smashed out.
Absolutely.
You know. But that is great to hear, by the way. I want to hear your thoughts on Irish football. In terms of, suppose you speak a little bit about the FAI, the league here. I'm interested to hear your thoughts.
Like I said about my dad earlier, like, obviously I was kind of ingrained into me the League of Ireland, and he obviously has like a little association with balls. Like, he'd be asking, what's going on in that match? Like, you very rarely, like, I'll be honest, I wouldn't be going to 60 games a season or that, you know what I mean? Like, me and my dad have this little tradition that we go to the cup final in the Aviva every year.
Brilliant, yeah.
So that's always a good day out. But in terms of, obviously, everyone's well known now that the drastic numbers have just shot up and it's a game changer. You know what I mean? Like the Virgin Media coming in, like RTE, like they showed about 3 games.
Yeah, it's
season.
crazy.
Like, yeah, how are you gonna get anyone in? Like, it's just not like there's no like progression for the league at when I was back there. You know what I mean? But the attendance is already shot up, and it's a big thing because there's more people that come in, the more money, then the game gets better. And then obviously, like, I found recently at the age where that, like yourself, people that come in to beat the difference, like Dan O'Cleary, Jake Mulroney, people like that. But then you have the likes people only know from the area, Sean Gannon, Sean Cavanagh, Dan O'Kelly, who's a good friend of mine. They go into the league, then all of a sudden you're interested, you know what I mean? Saying, jeez, did Dan start, did Dan score? And then you start knowing different players of other teams. And then it's kind of like, you're just interested without being interested, you know that kind of way? But I think they have to make use of it. All the numbers are up, they just, you know what I mean? It can easily go down, so why it's there now, they just have to push it.
I think it seems a lot more popular now. Like obviously you're saying there about RTE. I think Virgin are doing good work and stuff like that.
Very good.
Like publishing it with even
Social media,
I think social media is a big one. Sure,
big one.
we even know that ourselves.
Exactly.
That's why
big.
I'm always harping on about that social media, bashing out
Content.
But yeah, no, look, I obviously think that it's like I've been a big fan of it for a while now. But I think it's just a lot more popular. There's way more people going. Like I think, like you even look at, it's not even like that the attendance are kind of changing. It's nearly like that loads of people are members or loads of people are season ticket holders.
Yeah.
Like you look for Bowles example, like they need a bigger stadium because it's essentially like a waiting list for people to get season tickets and members. You know, so it's, I think the social media and work people are doing, marketing is obviously paying off.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on like your experience doing like your coaching courses, like coaching badges and stuff? Did you fully enjoy them? Do you see yourself going on to do, keep climbing, or what's your thoughts and your experiences, I suppose, so far?
I'm gonna answer the last bit first. In terms of climbing, I would like to climb.
Right.
I don't know everything about football, I gladly admit that. So the more you learn, knowledge is power. So I'd love to go on. Yeah, absolutely. Back to my experience. I think it's very repetitive.
Right.
And I think it's very. I know the educators and the people that are judging you, marking you, or whatever, always say, don't force or fabricate. It can be so easily done though. In terms of the actual topics and certain things like that, it's really good. But then you have your players. The players get bored. Stop standing still.
Yeah.
Back where you are. Sound mate, This is the 15th time you're stopping it, you know what I mean? So the player, I think it's more, it should be more to and fro. Like you're managing a team, or like you know what I mean? It should be more like freedom in it, like free flow kind of, you know what I mean? Instead of it's this, you should have went there, you should have went there. But you know, football's not played like that, you know what I mean?
Like my thoughts on it are is that, right, rather than doing blocks, like you could do blocks and give the topic to whoever, saying, right, I want you to, it could be, I know it's changed now, but like when we had certain topics, like whether it was playing out in the back or midfielders defending centrally or whatever it be, like giving them blocks. And now I know this could be time consuming, but being actually followed, managing a team or coaching a team, rather than just going, if you do this and you do that and you do that and you do that, you'll pass.
Yeah.
Do you know? Whereas they've no personality.
No.
They can't, they can't dictate or, like get people to buy into what they want to do, or get players to, run through a brick wall for them. Because you can be really good tactically, but if kids or whatever players, you must not forget about it. That's my opinion.
Following on from that point, yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't coach a team. I was too busy. So I didn't have time to coach a team. Don't get me wrong, I'd get down and I'd practice certain things, but I wasn't coach. I knew if you done this or you said
that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? And then also from that point, Jacko, you could have the best coach in the whole block, and all of a sudden he might have had a bad week or and then that final block he's judged on that little thing, and then all of a sudden he's not a B licensed coach.
Yeah, it's
when
crazy.
he could be the best coach in the whole year or block or whatever way you work it.
No, it's mad.
You know what I mean? It's just it's a one-off thing. Like you said, it's probably time to doing that.
No, they couldn't do that. But
no.
I know we had to stick GoPros on, and we had to had the VOs on to record our sessions when we are with our teams. But I don't know. I just think rather than just going right, it's like driving test. Get away from that driving test malarkey. Like going, oh well, you do X, Y, and Z, you'll pass. No, make sure he can manage and coach a team, not coach and manage a course.
Do
you know that way? Jeez, we're like two Hitlers here sitting here talking about this. But what do you see the main differences in in football since when you played to now, and then probably from a player's point of view and then a coach's point of view? So I know you probably are not coaching that long, but they're obviously, in my eyes, there's a lot of differences.
Playing wise, obviously tactically, it's just gone on completely. You know what I mean? Even just working in the job the last 12 weeks, like I said, you've 6-year-olds coming in and they're saying buzzwords and they're saying we play this and I'm a right wing back and we push on, and I'm like, what?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We definitely didn't know that. At that
6, I just wanted to build a ball against a wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
crazy.
In terms of that, obviously everything is going on. You have, like you just said there a minute ago, you have VOs, you have this. There's loads of things you can work on. Playing wise though, I'm not gonna go back and think I was playing the late 80s and the 90s and everyone's bouting each other around like we're playing at Wimbledon. But I think that little bite in the game is gone. Do you know, like the little someone has a little nasty, like you're picking someone off the ground and you're taking them by the hair, get up there, you. I think it's a bit like, right, you go and play, we win the ball back, we'll try to play our game, and then you go play. It's a bit.
The off the cuff is nearly gone, isn't it?
It's kind of like you do this, if that doesn't work, you do this. That kind of way. So I would say that, that just little needle. Especially higher level I'm talking about, you know what I mean? Obviously you get down the park and watch two teams, they boot each other around. But in terms of that, tactically wise, I think it's gone on that much that it's kind of like what I'm saying, it's chess, move that piece, you know what I mean? Just let them play. The players stand out, the best one will stand out.
It's crazy as well. I don't know when, it was a couple of years ago, I remember just watching a game. I think it was, I don't know who it was, it might have been in Crumlin, might have been Cherry Orchard, but I think it was an under 12s, maybe under 11s team, and they kept trying to play out. Obviously working on it, and look, I'm all for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
100% play the right way and whatever else, but I swear to God, first half, I think they got outside their own half twice. And I'm like, mate, just turn them and just step up the pitch. I think that's one thing that really kind of annoys me about modern football, is that people oh well, Pep's doing this and we have to do it. You don't. Play football. Play the game. Just play the game. Do you know what I'm saying? It's mental.
In terms of what, I don't want to skip this part, in terms of the game changing now as a manager, as a coach, because I was doing both. I was on my own there with CY since December, so I got a taste of managing and being the coach. So I had to give a shout out to me dad. I grew up in dressing rooms with me dad. I was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way through. He managed Bangor, he managed Belgrove. Belgrove would have been Homefarm kind of before Belgrove went out, but my dad say, come into the dressing room, I'd sit in the dressing room, watch my dad fighting with people. Arguing, my dad was a suck off our rules. That's where I get all my morals, all my principles, everything. You're late, you're fined, you don't train, you don't play, you go on holiday, you're back at the list, you're in the Saturday team, whatever it might be. them reels are gone. They are gone. Like, WhatsApp groups, my dad's like, someone texts in to a WhatsApp group saying that late. I'm like, that's why it's gone. He's like, no, they don't football for me anymore. So them days, like, they're just gone. They'll never be back. Gone. Completely, like. And some people might say, that's old school, that's not. And listen, they're entitled to their own opinion. Like, I wouldn't disagree too much. I think there's time for change, but
pros and cons to both, isn't it? Absolutely. It's like you nearly need the middle ground there. Like we need the modern game and what's so good about it, but then, as you said, that little nitty gritty stuff where you're gonna get someone who's gonna pull someone with a hair or, you know, nail someone. Like, you know, we probably shouldn't be encouraging that, but
no, boy, you know what?
Same again, play the game.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, but here we are. Yeah, so think about like when we played as well. Like what we do now, there was none of that. How beneficial do you think, I suppose, extra training is? How beneficial do you think we are as a coaching company?
Well, I know I always say this messing, especially when I first went up there. This was around when I was younger to be in England.
yeah.
But I'm only messing saying that, obviously, but it just brings your game from there to there. Like, it's so evident. Like, even if you get a kid that's a 3 out of 10, he's going to a 5 or 6. He's getting extra work on his own, individual, with a coach, be licensed coach, experience of playing the game, managing the game, coaching, whatever it is. He's getting intimate time for 45 minutes, 1-to-1, every week. And you're telling them how to get better, whether it's body shape, scanning, open out, more touches on the ball, a technique of a long pass, technique of a free kick, whatever it is. I go back to Cambridge, I'm not getting that off a volunteer.
No.
Don't get me wrong, just volunteers like that, clubs don't exist without people like that. They're great people. But in terms of higher level and top level football, this be the difference, 1-to-1, whoever else is out there, like, that is just bringing you to the next level. It's just it's a fact, really is, like, you know what I mean?
It's the fine details though as well, like, you know, the way.
Yeah, absolutely, that get missed. I know we always say this, group session, you're going to miss that little, you might do 1-to-1s, but the coach isn't going to spend 45 minutes or 20 minutes doing 1-to-1s telling you what to do defensive, what to do attacking. They'll brush over it, and 3 people might get it, or the other 3 are looking away saying, what's going on? You know what I mean? Where you're 1-to-1, me and you talking here, you're listening to me, I'm listening to you. That's what the players are getting. Don't get me wrong, we know I work with young kids and I work with teenagers, and if you say 10 things, they might take 7 things. There's 7 more things and they're not taking in. So if they take in 80% of what they learn with us, whether they're with us for a month, 2 months, 3 years, they'll get better.
Oh, it's crazy. I'm not going to mention any players or when this was, but, you know, high enough standard session. You know, when the detail worked on, whether it was attacking or defensively, and the level that these players were at, you know, you're kind of going, will I step in and, you know, coach this? And I was like, right, this is continuously happening, so, like, how are they not rectifying it themselves? And you eventually step in and you go, well, like, surely you know that this is how you attack, or this is how you defend, or whatever. I don't want to single it out because I don't want people knowing what I'm talking about. But the whole point of what I'm saying is that they're playing at a really high standard, or so-called standard, and they're like, oh no, we've never been shown that before, or, you know, coach or manager doesn't really get that time to go into that detail, and you're kind of going, Jesus, that's a problem.
Worrying.
Yeah, you know. So look, I think it's necessary. There we go. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time, whether it's at BTD Difference or elsewhere?
Going back to the coaching thing, like I said, like to step up in terms of coaching badges. I know we're giving a bit of stick there, but I'd like to step up in terms of that. BTD Difference, Jesus, the world's hard oyster if you ask me.
Oh, go on the boy.
Get up,
lad.
Fiver. The world's hard oyster. I know you said we had a meeting earlier, but in terms of one big thing I'm looking forward to is a transition year program that's coming on board. Like, that's just it's just like going back to like opportunity, what you're saying, the one-to-one thing. Like in fourth year, we used to go kayaking and sailing, and then you'd have a half day on a Friday.
Which some people enjoy.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I suppose all of us
Footballers,
in this realm relish under that.
Yeah, you're gonna say, oh my
relish
God,
the
I'm
challenge.
doing that. You know what I mean? And like, that's just like, when I first came in the big difference, I didn't think that was gonna happen. Especially not in 12 weeks I'm here. I just thought one-to-one group sessions, blah blah. I didn't think there was this much like avenues you can go down.
100%.
Like,
The world's your oyster, as you said.
Literally, like it really is. Like, and you always say there's a career in one-to-one coaching, no doubt about it.
Definitely. There always will be at BTD, lad.
Send in your CVs.
Send them in, quick share. I suppose next one, I love asking advice questions. So, what advice would you have for anyone out there, whether it's player, coach? You know, it doesn't even have to be in relation to football. And then advice for your younger self, say, that you wish you had got sooner.
Going back to the Carlow thing, do the things that you don't want to do. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I would have made it in football, but did I give myself the best opportunity to go to the highest level I could have? Whether that was under 19s electricity and stopped there and still went to Lesser Senior League. Did I do the things in the background when no one was asking me to do? Did I do them? No. So don't be that player where you're saying, why didn't I do that? Why didn't I go to that team? Why didn't I take the opportunity? Never, you know what I mean? Just give it your all. Your all's not good enough. You should give it your all. You know what I mean? In terms of advice, I know we've done a little video again. Content.
King content.
My 2 pieces of advice was do the simple things to 100%. And football's a simple game, don't complicate it. That goes for life. Life is simple. Don't complicate it too much.
Oh, I like that one.
I know bad things.
That might be in the love zone.
I know bad things happen to people, don't get me wrong, but it's all about how you react, get over it, get on with it. Like micro, macro, got diabetes at 11. Didn't change me, didn't hinder me. Got on with it. Life goes on.
No, I love that. That's nice. So, a message for our next guest.
A few messages for the next guest. Bring tea bags and milk because you're not getting tea. I thought I was going to be like Roy Keane on the overlap there drinking bleeding tea and biscuits. And
Any croissants underneath there, is there?
Where's Jill Scott? No, seriously.
Crack what?
Piece with voice. Oh, what was the next question about?
A message for our next guest. You can leave the tea bags and milk if you want, because it's not a bad show.
No, I'll be serious.
I'll be serious.
I said a few words at my sister's wedding there in Spain. I was talking on the way down. She got married. I wanted to say a few words because she was going to Australia, so she let me. But I said one thing, never let anything go unsaid. Whether that's in football or in life.
I like that one.
Because if you're sitting there, just me and you now, and I said, oh, I should have said that on the podcast. You'll always think about it. Something happens to you tomorrow and says, oh, I never thanked Jacko for that job. Hopefully nothing happens to you. But never let anything go unsaid in terms of
I like that. Cause
meaningful things, you know what I mean? Like, tell the person you love them. Tell someone, geez, you've done a great job there, fair play to you. Thanks for coming to that party, I appreciate it. Simple things are key for me.
Oh, I tell you what, Ian, I love that. I think we'll leave that on a good note. Smashed it out of the park.
Heads!
Heads! We're doing that show all the time now down in, in all locations going, heads, young people. It's the crack. But look, that's a wrap. Good little buzz as always. Guys, that's episode 13. Make sure you subscribe. Catch us on the next one.